All right, welcome to another episode of Lifestyles. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. We put a great one together for you with all of our beautiful co-hosts. We're going all over America's finest city, from the coastal scene to the social scene, and we're going to dive into the real estate market here as well. Let's go ahead and get another episode of Lifestyles started right now.
Is a luxurious part of San Diego County, and it's the perfect location for Pacific Sotheby's International Realty's networking event. It brings together their top real estate agents to network and socialize, and I hear they're making a really big announcement. So much, Scott, for inviting us to this amazing home. Why are all these beautiful people gathered here today?
Well, we're here today for a networking meeting with the Pacific Sotheby's group, and we're here blessed by invitation by Steve Games, who's the Chief Executive Officer for Pacific Sotheby, and really the man behind the dream. And they took this thing and built it to what it is now, and it's getting even bigger. So we're at Steve Games' home here in Fairbanks Ranch, way off the island of Coronado.
Beautiful.
I'm way off my home turf.
But let's talk about Coronado for a second. Coronado is just one of those places on earth that we should make sure that everybody gets to know about, because it's probably one of the most magnificent environments that you can possibly be a part of.
Everyone's so friendly.
Yeah, it's such a friendly place.
It is, and that's one of my goals, to make Coronado one of the friendliest places in America. I came from Texas, where most of the friendliest places are from Texas, but now Coronado's a pretty friendly place.
Yeah,
for
I came from San Diego, and the friendliest place on earth is San Diego County.
Some of the most friendly places are in San Diego, and especially in Coronado. We've got a wonderful lifestyle there on the island, and that's what I do. Is I try to share and be kind of an ambassador for Coronado and let people know more about it, because it is a really, really special lifestyle and place to live.
The reason why you joined Pacific Sotheby's was because of your clients, right? And you wanted to bring that platform and share that with your clients, right?
Yeah, that's true. I was an independent broker in Coronado for 24 years as my own company, and I was doing pretty well. I had the kind of the top edge of the highest part of the market, and at the same time, I was thinking about what's best for my clients. And when Brian, who was on board with Sotheby's about a year before Steve came on board, he got the franchise. We sat down and put a deal together so that I could expose my clients' properties better than I could expose them individually. And there's no way an independent one-off broker can do what I can do now through the franchise, and not only just the brand's great and everybody knows how special it is, but it's the marketing platform and the tools they provide and the help and assistance in doing the next thing that needs to be done, and the network and the people. Like today, we had a chance to meet with brokers from all over, from Laguna Beach down, and Steve brought people. Where were they all from today, Steve?
Yeah, all the way from Long Beach, Laguna Beach, all of the desert. We have people of wealth and people that are expanding their wealth and moving up in opportunities that don't know really what part of the most beautiful countryside in the world, which is Southern California to me, they want to be a part of. So they could fly in tomorrow into John Wayne Airport, right, in Orange County, come to one of our offices there, and through this connection that was made today, they would get an opportunity before they made a very, very large investment to see what's available in Coronado, because there's very, very few people that have the insight that we have in terms of all the beautiful locations within Southern California. Yeah. And there's something for everybody.
Some of my clients are relocating from Coronado, and if they're going up to the Laguna Beach or to the desert, then having relationships with people that work in those areas is real helpful to them, because they need to be able to be networked with somebody that's not just another body, but someone who really understands that market and can really give them some help. I would never refer somebody just because they were Sotheby's. I refer them to because they know what they're doing and they're part of Sotheby's. So I think in that regard, I think it's important, and
translates right down to Scott, who understands everything there is to understand and is constantly learning about the Coronado community. I get a call as the CEO, I get a call from a guy who says he just sold his house in Switzerland with Sotheby's. He just sold his house in the British Virgin Islands with Sotheby's, and he wants to come back to California. Can I help him out and meet him at the Lindbergh Field? And right from there, he's already sold on the fact that he's going to get the kind of service no matter where we take him. So he looked at property in Newport Beach with us. He looked at property in Laguna Beach with us. He looked at property in La Jolla, and he settled on Coronado. And Scott ended up giving him the best possible representation. And look, there's a lot of debate in the industry today about are real estate agents worth what we pay them? They're worth 10 times what you pay them because they can make things happen that you otherwise are unaware of. The opportunity to get your perfect dream house or sell your dream house and move on. So this network of top producing people, not just from San Diego or Orange County or Los Angeles, Santa Barbara and worldwide. I actually have 10 people that aren't here today because they're in Aspen, Colorado in a networking event for Sotheby's there. They're not having as much fun as us, though.
They're definitely colder than
the
we
weather
are,
not
right?
as that. I saw. Yeah,
Well,
so.
you had mentioned that before, when you first joined Pacific Sotheby's, that you had a dream and you didn't realize how big of a dream it was. But now that you've kind of achieved that dream, do you have any future goals for this company?
Yeah,
Future goals.
I feel like nothing is out of reach
look,
for you.
Scott is an interesting character. I'm going to say interesting character, and he's what my dream really is. He's a person who no one can excel more in their marketplace or commit more to the client than he does. And so my goal is to have fewer real estate agents than anybody else does, doing more business in more communities, giving service levels that are so high that everybody wins.
It's a really, really competitive business, and a lot of people trying to do it. And as a broker, having done it for 30 years and being at a level where now I can afford to do it the way it needs to be done. If you're just starting, it's kind of tough. And then joining a company like Sotheby's and being part of this network and this organization and having the support of Steve and Knight and Brian and the tremendous staff, office managers, all these other people helping, it really lets you accelerate the service that you can provide and give them the exposure that they need. And when it comes down to negotiating, you've got, a little more experience than the person just off the block side, just getting their license. So it's a great team effort. Even though the people are hiring me, they're really getting a whole team effort behind me, and that's what really makes it special.
Yeah, and as Scott was talking to the group here, and I know you took a lot of photos. Look, we've got an age group here that goes from 25 years old to my age, and if you look at that, it's an opportunity to meld together cultures. I mean, we don't just have race cultures anymore. We have age cultures. We have all of those things that are barriers unless we break them down. And I think that we have some of the most successful young people, and we certainly have some of the most successful old people in the business.
Where?
So here we are. We got to stay young, and we got to have new ideas. Our marketing abilities to tell the world that we have a house in Coronado or we have a house in La Jolla or a house in Rancho Santa Fe that's available. My dream is to build the #1 real estate company on earth in history with the absolute greatest group of people, and I'm the one who gets to be the judge.
The judge, the jury, and the executioner.
That's right.
That's
right.
So thank you, Scott.
Yeah, thank you,
And thank
Steve.
you for taking the
of course.
time.
Thank you.
We really enjoy it.
Steve, Scott, thank you so much for taking some time with us, and I really look forward to seeing what Pacific Sotheby's International Realty has to come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good job.
As a real estate professional, there are only so many hours of the day, which means efficiency is more than a buzzword. It's a daily necessity. 2 tools from First American Title can help you keep on top of your transactions, either at your desktop or on the go. My First Stamp puts comprehensive property data at your fingertips, where you can review recorded documents, past transactions, or locate comparable sales quickly and easily. Cost First can also ensure you have 24/7 access to closing costs data, allowing you to generate net sheets, calculate fees, update documents, or email, print, or save your reports, along with TRID calculation and consummation date timeframes. Each sale includes a number of stages to manage, each with the possibility to delay a closing or derail it altogether. Let Cost First and My First Stamp keep your transactions on track. Contact your local First American representative to get started today.
We are back in Leeuwenhoek. I have the Prince of Cardiff himself showing me this beautiful property. We're here. It has so many beautiful parts of the house, including the gourmet kitchen. And we have a special guest who's going to help us break it in. Okay, I'm here today with Sean Caddell of Willis, Allen & Christie's International Real Estate. We're living the dream here in Encinitas. Sean, what can you tell me about where we're at today?
Well, today we're at one of my favorite kitchens, and it's in Leeuwenhoek, and I brought one of my very favorite chefs in the entire world, Amalia, from Trattoria Positano, and she's going to teach us about making bolognese.
We get to eat?
We get to eat. My favorite thing, and everything on their menu is so awesome, but I still come back to this almost at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. And I know how to make it, but not like this.
Oh my gosh, so Amalia, tell us what's going on today.
Well, we're gonna make a bolognese's favorite dish, and that's it.
Your accent is so beautiful. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Oh,
South
from
of
Positano? Okay.
Yes.
Well, she's going to teach us how to do this,
Which
we
is
get to
very
eat
easy.
it.
Okay, done deal. And Sean, are you ready for this?
I am ready.
Ready with your
Knife
knives?
in hand.
Yes. Okay. We might get chopped, but not today.
No, you're not.
Okay, where do we begin?
Well, we're gonna start. Okay, Sean, you're gonna chop when you make bolognese, you have to have the first 3 ingredients: onion, celery, and carrots.
Okay.
You chop the carrots and the celery, and you're gonna chop the onions. I'm gonna put some oil in the pan, and you guys, you better hurry up because the oil is gonna burn.
This kitchen, it's for sale, right?
It is. So $1,949,000 for 5 bedrooms, 5,000 square feet. Such an awesome house. It's kind of like the organic contemporary, like mixing contemporary with wood, and it's what the new, like the group 25 to 49 are looking for this. It's called the new aristocracy.
Okay, yeah, because I know that's the age group that's kind of looking for housing right now, right? The 25 to 49.
They are, and you know what's so interesting, which this house has? They don't want just a great room, which has been the trend for the past 10 years.
Open concept.
People start wanting dining rooms and living rooms again. They want to be a little bit of adult time, away from the kitchen, away from the mess, away from the kids.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so it's coming back as a trend, which is so interesting that the younger group wants that again.
Okay, Sean, you've done such a wonderful job with those. I feel like we are ready to put these in.
Yes, we are ready. So, Sean, put it in the pan here. Good job, Sean. I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Look what you did.
So what do we have in here? We have
Yeah.
celeries, carrots, and onions.
Yes,
Awesome.
chopped with olive oil.
Okay. And look at this burner. You got 6 different burners on this grill. You could literally be cooking 6 different things at once.
So and then the meat we're going to use is veal, pork, and beef.
Okay.
So after 2 minutes, we can put the meat in here.
Okay. After 2 minutes.
Yes.
I'll hold that.
The Christmas trees. Okay, and you also have a restaurant.
Yes.
So
with my family in Cardiff.
And how long have you guys been open?
21 years.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome. And it's family run. You guys have been open for so long. You're a staple over there
Yes,
in
we
Cardiff.
are 3 sisters and my brother-in-law. So
Okay.
we are 4, and we've been working together for 21 years.
So Sean, do you ever take your clients over there?
I do.
Oh, yes.
Every time someone buys a house for me, I take them there, or at least I try to. Yeah.
One of the many perks
Yes, it is.
of buying with Sean Caddell. You get to go eat.
You know what's so
good.
fun though? Then I'll come down the hill and I'll see a lot of my clients in the restaurant. They went there with me for the first time, and they come back over and over and over
Over
because
and
it's so
over,
good.
that's right, yeah. So Sean, can we put a little bit of salt?
Yep.
2 pinches.
Okay, so you got to season it
2
up.
pinches.
Yeah, 2 pinches salt right there.
Perfect, nicely done.
Good. Okay, very good. And after a minute, we can put the tomato puree.
Okay, so we've got the tomato puree, and then you
Puree.
put the tomato puree in
Yes,
here.
in here, yes.
Wonderful.
Ready?
Yes. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of rosemary.
Not the one that I.
What makes a bolognese different than
Like a
another
meat sauce or
Italian
something.
dish?
It's a meat sauce. It's a typical meat sauce.
I'm
This
Italian,
is
and
the
I
meat
had no
sauce.
idea. Okay,
Yes.
and then we're putting
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
straight into it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, can you smell
Yeah.
that?
Molly, I know you're so awesome, and you both are so involved in raising money for great causes. Talk about what you guys do together for charity.
Well, it was interesting because many years ago, we won an award from the Today Show, and Amalia saw me on TV. We were getting it for Ocean Discovery. She said, tell me about this group you're part of. So I did, and she said, I want to help, I want to volunteer, I want to do some private dinners for you that we can raffle off or silent auction and live auction. And this year, she said, we'll do a dinner because our lab is opening. It's called the Living Lab. And we said, okay, hoping somebody was going to buy it. So I said, I'll sponsor the dinner, Amalia will cook. Well, we raised $11,000 for one. It's just a dinner for 10 people. And then so we said, does anybody else want to bid that up too? So we're doing 2 dinners for $11,000. So together we raised $22,000 just for cooking for 10 people.
For Ocean
Like,
Discovery, and
two-
that is amazing, just for cooking dinner.
Yeah,
It's
and
that's
having
what-
fun because friends bought it, which is even better.
Yeah, friends getting together for a good cause is always the best.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
I'm so
always
glad
the
that you
best.
guys use your talents
That's
for
what it's
a
the-
good cause. That means so much. And so talk more about this house. I noticed when you walk in, you just feel a different energy in different houses. So you don't really notice, but it's all those details that really add up. It's the curvature of the architecture. It's the different details. So what went into the house that was built in 2015?
Well, you know what is so nice about it? Because people love contemporary, but oftentimes when you think modern and contemporary, you think a little bit colder or more stark. And this one used a lot of like wood products, natural products, really organic. And the way the yard flows in the back, and then like a living garden in the back that you can use. But it's just so nice the way they melded like contemporary, modern, and or like natural products together.
Right, you described it perfectly. It's that house that's really warm, but it's very classic. You can live in it for a long, long time and not have to do much of anything. It's just turnkey completely.
Yep, and it's just priced about a little above $1.9 million. There's 5 bedrooms, an office. There's a studio for like Pilates, yoga. So it has so many things to offer.
Look at this, we're in a house. You can go down the street, eat with Amalia at Trattoria Positano, and buy your house from Sean, and life
Yep.
is so good.
And this is a great kitchen.
Yeah, we're coming back.
Telling from a chef, this is a great kitchen.
Okay, so you've heard it from her.
Thank you.
She attests to it.
Yes.
Sean, what do you have coming up in terms of other inventory?
We have a great one coming up in Cardiff on Rubenstein. We actually just had it staged yesterday, so that's coming on the market next week. And then a perfect like fixer-upper starter home in Del Mar on Crest. And that's just going to be coming around $2 million as well. So we have some really great things coming up. And this year started off with such a bang. Usually we're not busy in January yet, as you know.
Right.
And this year we put 4 houses in escrow already since the beginning of the year. One's already closed, a 10-day cash. And most of them, it's interesting, most are cash this year.
Okay, Sean, I know you feel the same way I do. This smells so good, and I cannot wait to try it. This house is amazing. You said it has a dining room, so what do you say we go eat in there?
Let's eat in the dining room.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Amalia, this food looks so authentic Italian. I know this is one of the dishes that you serve at your restaurant. I can't wait to try it. Sean, I know you usually have Tawny with you, but thank you for having me here. If I'm gonna see you next, where are we gonna be?
We are going to be at the Cambridge 6 project. It's moving ahead of schedule. The first ones are going to be ready in July, and we've already taken 2 reservations.
Awesome. So many exciting things. We have to cheers, Amalia. Thank you for
Amalia.
this delicious food.
Thank you.
I can't wait to try.
I'm so glad I get to share my favorite meal with you.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Salute, buon
Salute.
appetito.
We have a winner! Johnny, you won! You won!
Grandma?
Hey,
are certain times in life when you need a neutral third party to call the shots.
I know, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't, you hear me?
Keep it fair. Choose Oakwood Escrow.
So when you think of Scripps Ranch, some things that might come to mind are family, community, even country living. But if you're looking to expand a little bit outside of that corridor, come on over here. We've got some European tasting for you. All right, Yves, you've been open now for about a month. What has business been like for you? What's the past month been like?
Oh, pretty good. We have the big response from the community, and so far so good. I've been very fortunate from the support of the Scripps French community.
So how has everybody found out about you? What's a little backstory with that?
Well, I used to offer a little bit of goodies, and people have been getting to know me through that. And we had an open space in this center, and I decided to take a leap of faith with my wife, and we are today. You know, it's been a long road so far, but here we are.
Your great-great-grandfather started the baking tradition in your family, is that right?
Yes, I'm the fifth generation baker, and we had a bakery in my village in the Alps, and so I moved here in '92. Worked for different hotels here in San Diego and California, and I actually brought back a sign in the bakery which dates from 1840, which was from my great-great-grandpa.
Yeah. Wow. So he started everything. You've got the sign from 1840 in the actual bakery. And what was the inspiration to move to California? Why did you decide to leave France?
I was young and liked traveling. You know, and I was supposed to stay working 1.5 years at the French hotel, and it's 25 years later, I'm still here, so San Diego has been good to me.
So as far as your family goes, from your great-great-grandfather down to your father, do you think they'd be really proud to see what you've done here?
Yeah, no, I was talking to my parents, and when they saw the sign up on the wall, my mom had a tear, so she was tearing eyes, so.
Oh, that's
yeah,
so sweet.
That was good, yeah.
So the community's really taken to this space. How do people find out about you?
Well, we have a Facebook page, a website, and it's mostly all the people from Scripps French have been very communicative about us, and they've been supportive on the word of mouth and social media, and it's been great. Yeah, it's been great.
And so what are some of the things that they can get here? Because from my understanding, you'll be maybe offering dinner soon. People can actually come for breakfast, lunch, and dinner soon.
Yeah, we do have some breakfast sandwich, some breakfast item, croissant, chocolate croissant, almond croissant, some sandwiches for lunch, quiches, and we're gonna start to offer probably a dinner item once a week in the near future, and also with a big Jewish community that have been asked to maybe provide some challah bread, so it's in a process, so hopefully we'll try to do that.
Great. Well, I'm really excited to maybe try some of this coffee you've been talking about, even some of the pastries and goodies that you have here. I'm actually meeting a friend here for lunch, so.
Let me fix your plate then.
Ah, thank you. That sounds fantastic. Emma, thank you for bringing me here. The coffee is absolutely fantastic. How did you find out about this place and Yves?
So it's a fun story. Yves started with a pop-up bakery a few months ago to sort of introduce himself to the neighborhood. And every Saturday we could swing by his house and pick up one of his amazing delicacies, chocolate croissants, or he would make a quiche and you could stop by and pick it up at his house. And as that started to become a larger enterprise, he decided to open his own bakery, and now here we are at the French oven.
Oh my goodness. So, you know, people that come here, we've been like sitting here just for a little bit, and it seems like everybody that trickles in, it's very community feel. You know them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so this little shopping center that we're in is kind of the center of Scripps Ranch, and everyone stops in here to pick up dry cleaning or grab, pizza, and so this is the place to be. So now that we have our own bakery, which we so needed, everyone just kind of pops in, grabs a bite to eat or grabs a quick coffee, and so you just run into friends, and it's a great place to hang out.
Yeah, so now you just add to the load. You grab your dry cleaning, get your pizza, and then you come pick up some croissants and maybe some coffee.
And maybe a cappuccino.
Very nice.
It's been great.
So what is happening these days in Scripps Ranch? How are things going for you with business? Any new listings? Anything you want to highlight?
Yeah, so the real estate market is amazingly strong here. We still have very low inventory and interest rates are so low, so we still have just a ton of buyers waiting to get into Scripps Ranch. Obviously, amazing community and people love to live here, so we're really excited. We just listed 2 new townhomes and they're actually on the same street, and we're going to be holding them open this week. And they're fabulous townhomes on Caminito Sotheby, both 3 bedrooms, and at that kind of starter price for Scripps Ranch. So one is going to be $499, the other one $549, and to get into this community with top 10 schools and to be around this country living atmosphere at those prices is really exciting. So we're excited to bring those to market. I'm sure they're going to be super popular.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, do you have any idea how long they actually might last?
Hopefully they'll sell within a week. Most of our listings in Scripps Ranch will go between 5 to 7 days. They'll be sold, usually with multiple offers. So it's been a crazy couple years for Scripps Ranch. Our inventory just flies off the market.
And then as far as like timetable that people want to live here, do they normally get into a home and then they want to stay? It's really tough to leave the community feel.
Exactly. No, you spot on. So most people really never leave. They come here and they stay forever. We definitely have a culture of family oriented. It's very community based, and we do a lot of programs in Scripps Ranch for the kids, for the families, and then all the way up to seniors. So